Hello and welcome to the Spartancenter. I'm your host Maxie, and today we're going to be looking at segments that touch base on the sports from pro to AU and health tips beneficial to your everyday life. Today we're going to examine the Bears facing off in London against the Raiders. Then we're going to be talking about beneficial lifestyle tips with Beth. And finally, we're going to discuss future Aurora University events during our AU preview segment. But first, let's tune in to Brendan with an on-field interview on some of our own AU Spartan football players.
Thanks, Maxie. So today I had the opportunity to go out and talk to some AU football players about their thoughts on the season so far, and as well as their predictions for the rest of the season. Let's go out and see what they have to say. Okay, so Connor, good to have you here. So how would you say the season is going so far? What would you kind of say the season has been like so far?
It's gone real well so far. The offense has clicked right from when we first started in August, and we've been on a roll. And defense is playing just as well. They've made big plays when need be, and yeah, I think so far so good. Sky's the limit with this team.
Would you say the team chemistry is pretty good too?
Oh, for sure. We are one brotherhood. You know, we do anything for each other. We take a bullet for each other. So yeah, we're really close.
Do you think the atmosphere on the team has changed since you got a new coach, Coach Beebe? Can you talk a little bit about Coach Beebe and what he does for the program?
Yeah, he's brought confidence to us. You know, in his introductory meeting, he said we have one goal, it's national championship, and we've bought in. You know, you wouldn't think back, you know, last year when we were 5-5 that we think of ourselves as a national championship team, but here we are in October, we're 3-1 and we're rolling. We're going to run the table in conference and we're going to have fun in the playoffs.
And speaking of conference, just last week was Eureka. That was a pretty big conference game for you guys, homecoming and all that, right?
Oh yeah, coming off last year, they beat us by a point or so it was nice to have them in our place, a big game like homecoming. All the alumni, supporters came out to see us and put on a show for them, put up 62 points. Defense played lights out as well, so yeah, conference is so far so good, and we're just going to keep it going.
Do you have any predictions for the rest of the year, or maybe goals that the team has kind of set?
Conference championship and national championship.
Okay. Anything else you want to add? Do you want to say anything about the team as a whole, or any teammates you want to give a shout out to, anything like that?
Our offensive line is playing phenomenal. Oscar Nava, Bodie Stieber, Grant Palmer, Jackson Nazos, and Mike Merritt, they're playing as well as any offensive line in Division III football. You know, the offense starts with the offensive line. You know, 2 sacks in 4 games, that's not even heard of. So yeah, a lot of credit goes to the guys up front.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to start off with just like a general overview of the season so far and how you think it's gone. Do you have any comments on just how you think the season's gone so far?
So far, I think the season's going very well. If you look at us last year to this year, last year we were 0-4. We're 3-1 now. Huge change from last year. So we're looking forward to see what else comes this season.
Big change from last year is changing coaching staff. So Coach Beebe, and he brought in a lot of new coaches with him, to what I understand. So can you talk a little bit about what Coach Beebe brings to the team?
Yeah, absolutely. So Coach Beebe brings in lots of confidence and good pressure to the team, with a lot of experienced coaches in his staff. One of which was his high school coach, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, just having an ex-NFL player as our head coach now, all these crazy plays that we're running and everything, it's just, it gets your gears spinning, man, when those plays are going. But I'd say he brings a lot of good things to the table. As you guys can see, we've been averaging 40-something points a game, so our defense shutting teams down when need be, so we're just going to keep things rolling now.
Your defense is playing pretty well, but also kind of pretty obvious. You got a pretty solid quarterback behind you. Can you talk a little bit about Gavin and what he brings to the team?
Oh, Gavin, man. He is also a junior. I remember him as a freshman. He's always been a good quarterback, but if you look at him from freshman year stats to this year, the kid has improved a lot, and there is no other guy I'd rather block for other than Gavin Zimmerman right now, as he is probably one of the top, if not the top quarterback at the Division III level right now.
Yeah, and that definitely helps having a good quarterback, but you can't take credit away from the offensive line and how they've been playing. Can you talk a little bit about how the offensive line's playing?
We just have one goal every game. Just give Gavin as much time as he needs back there, man. Just whenever we're running the ball, we know we gotta bite that mouth guard and hit hard. So if the guys are running the ball, scoring touchdowns, hey, we're okay with that.
How about the team chemistry? Can you tell a difference between just the atmosphere of the team from last year to this year?
Last year, I'd say from my first year here, things have changed a lot, and that's for sure. My first year here, we all kind of had our own little groups of like 4 or 5 people that would always hang out. Last year it kind of became defense, offense kind of deal, and this year it's just everybody hangs out with everybody, which is pretty good, pretty cool to me. I've been playing football since my freshman year of high school, and I've never felt anything like this. I feel like I know every team talks about brotherhood, and everybody says, no, this is a real brotherhood, but I feel like we actually have that now, and as you can tell, it's showing off on the field, so we're just going to keep doing what we're doing.
All right, is there anything else you want to add? Do you think you have any predictions for the rest of the year or anything like that?
I don't like to talk too much about it, but our goal is a national championship, but we're going to take things game by game, so whatever happens, happens. Obviously, we want to win, but can't look over an opponent. You got to take it week by week.
And that wraps up our on-field interview with Brennan. Thanks again, Brennan. Which brings us to our new segment, Pro Zone. I'm Jensen.
And I'm Sean.
And we're here to talk about how the Chicago Bears took on the Oakland Raiders across the pond in the 4th ever game played in London, England. Sean, I'm going to state the obvious here. Sunday probably didn't pan out how you thought it was going to.
No, it did not. The run defense did not look like what it did all year. Keem Hicks going out did not really help their case at all. Chase Daniel had a very up and down game with a poor last 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and we knew we were going to have a battle too. John Gruden coming overseas. The Raiders looked like they were really ready to play, and we knew they were going to bring their A game, especially because John Gruden was taking a lot of slack this offseason, giving away their best defensive weapon, Khalil Mack.
Yeah, Khalil really added a whole new presence to the defense, and he really made it an elite defense from a good defense. And Vic Fangio set everything up, and Khalil really ran with it.
And you could tell that Gruden did his homework this time because there wasn't a single play that Khalil was able to come in and disrupt. We ended up losing the game 24-21. That's the most points the Bears have given up all season. We just really needed to get our stuff together, especially coming off a pretty promising offseason last year. I know we did lose in the playoffs to the Philadelphia Eagles on the notorious double doink, but our expectations for this upcoming season were still pretty high.
Yeah, they were. And this season's almost like that double doink. It's very inconsistent and double doinking all game.
Yeah. And then, like we said, Mitch Trubisky did go down with a shoulder injury. He should be back. That would be something that usually could derail a team for the entire season. We had Chase come on. He did his part. But I think as Bears fans, as Bears Nation, I think we're ready to have Mitch back on the field. What do you think?
Yeah, we are. He really fits that offense. Chase Daniel, he's a great game manager, but he does not fit that RPO system at all. So Mitch, he can do it on his feet, and he has a great arm. So they just have to get that whole timing thing down with his receivers, and he'll be all right. It's a long season.
And that brings us to the end of our segment here with Pro Zone. Once again, I'm Jensen.
And I'm Sean.
And now let's take you to Benefits with Beth.
Welcome to Benefits with Beth. I'm Beth Gartlushian, and every episode we bring you the best health tips out there. Get ready to hear our top 5 tips for this episode. Tip 1. Did you know it's important to pick exercises that you enjoy? Studies show that when you enjoy your workout, you're likely to do it more often. So find a sport that you enjoy, find a dance class to try out, or just go on a walk with some friends. The more you enjoy it, the more you'll do it. Tip 2. Eat smaller meals throughout the day, rather than larger ones. This will not only speed up your metabolism, but it will give you more energy throughout the day. Next time you go back to pack your lunch or plan your dinner, think about how you can make them into smaller meals and then snack throughout the day. Tip 3. Get more quality sleep. Sleep is when our bodies heal and reboot themselves, so you must get enough of it. Those who consistently get poor sleep are more likely to gain weight than those who get regular quality sleep. So aim for 7 to 8 hours a night. Tip 4. Don't diet. Studies show that those who restrict themselves to a diet that's not regular to them are more likely to gain the weight back that they lost. If you're trying to lose weight, try cutting out small stuff here and there, like processed foods, sugars, and alcohol. And lastly, tip 5. Drink a glass of water before each meal. This not only helps you reach your daily intake of water, but it will also make you feel fuller while eating. This will help you not overeat, but also help to boost your metabolism. That's it for this episode's Benefits with Beth. Now keep watching to hear all our upcoming sporting events with the AU Preview.
Welcome to AU Preview, where we have 60 seconds to tell you about upcoming events and competitions going on around AU. Let's get started. Wednesday, October 16th, we'll see the AU women's soccer team taking the field against Alverno College. Aurora won their previous meeting 10-0 and look to repeat this in an upcoming outing. The game will start at 7 p.m. at the Spartan Athletic Park. On Friday, October 18th, the men's hockey team will take on Northwestern University in a home match at the Fox Valley Rink. The first in a two-game series, this game is scheduled to begin at 9:45 p.m. And finally, the men's football team will be facing off with Concordia University, Wisconsin in a NAC conference matchup on Saturday, October 19th. Last year, the Spartans lost a tight contest 20-23, but are looking for the win in this year's meeting. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. at Concordia University, Wisconsin. Thank you for tuning in to Spartancenter. Join us next time for more sports-related discussions and health tips to help you with exercise or just for your daily life. See you next time.